So we'll see how things go. I will say I do like the new layout. There's a few things I didn't like about it. Specifically, the grouping now is kind of weird. It wants you to do everything individually, which not my jam, to be fair. I like the way I had things grouped on the previous Wavelink version. But it's still, as it's still in beta, I'm hoping enough people are gonna be like, yeah, kind of, can we have the old grouping system back in Wavelink?
The God line from Narnia?
Yeah.
As in beta?
Yeah, as whatever. Which wires? Oh no. Morning, YouTube. What's up? How you guys doing? I'm just gonna make you guys bigger on this monitor if it will let me. There we go. Yeah, like I was saying, I tried the new Wavelink 3.0 beta because now it's free, and yeah. All right. Yeah. I got you guys. What time is it in South Africa? It is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. currently. No sound. You guys should have sound now at least. Yeah, I was talking about you guys specifically, so I was talking smack. I was gonna grab some of the build mats. It was too slow. Rip. All right, hopefully YouTube's got chat, or not chat, but audio now. Oh no. But yeah, the new Wavelink 3.0 beta is actually kind of banger. All good now? All good. Sweet. Sometimes I mute my microphone and then I forget to unmute it. No biggie. Not like I had anything important to say. All right, I'm getting some stuff set up behind the scenes, but if you guys want to see the deals that we had, you can type, I'll type it for you guys as an example. Type ! deals. Dialas. That'll give you guys a link to so we have a list that carries over from our Black Friday deal searching, where I just updated it now for any other. I removed any of the deals that were non-active, but everything else is carried over. So if you guys want to check that out, you can type ! deals. That'll give you the link there. And then also, if you guys want to submit anything, if you found anything cool for Cyber Monday now, you can throw it on. There's a secondary link at the end there that has a form submission. You guys can drop whatever's in there. We'll check it out later. My cable's all funky.
You just subbed? I love you too.
Good morning.
Hey, yo, Cretaceous Blues, thank you for the sub. Good morning. We're gonna get stuck into this in a bit. Just getting everything set up. Let's check. Does this work? No, it does not. Why? How could you do this to me? Yeah, that's the other. Why are you not alive? There we go. Or good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon here for us. Afternoon. Alright, here's our Cyber Monday 2025 certified bangers so far. These are all, some of them I added this morning. Others are ones that have carried over that are still active. And I see, I think Kyler and Foggy added these two after the fact. What did they add? Battlefield 6 and Metal Gear Solid Triangle. Did they really call it Triangle? That's funny. Oh, that's amazing. It's Metal Gear Solid Triangle now, guys. I will say I still want to play Snake Eater. I played that first on like, what was it, PS2 when Snake Eater came out? Yo. Do it. Did anyone do the troll of, I don't even know what that is. No, the other word that HTC said. My only issue is they're almost too nice and with damaging times. Yeah, that's the symbol for. I didn't write that. These two here were added by. See, Kyler. There's his name. The two greatest pieces of paid for malware. Now I get what you're saying. Yeah, that was like one of the first things that someone put on the list. And I said I was going to ban them. I need to get around to that. Ooh. I do. They think they're funny. You think you're funny, huh? He did actually call it Triangle. Yes, that's what I was saying. I hope you noticed that it wasn't actually me this time. It was your burner account, I'm sure. What are you talking about? I saw that name. I wonder. Sweet. So I found out I misquoted myself earlier in Hot News. It wasn't a Micro Center deal that had the RAM.
Yeah.
The Micro Center deal was one we scrapped. The one we actually put on was a motherboard. Yeah, what's it? Motherboard, cooler, and 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. It was $204. But now it's gone up to $244, which kind of...
Still stupid to sell the stinkle stick.
As buns. Didn't even bother trying to look at Scamazon USA this year. Amazon had some pretty decent deals, I will say. Should I quit school and do tech videos too? No. That is the
Job is awful.
that is the easiest no of my life. What are you talking about?
You just want all the tech news for yourself, Reese.
No, this guy's asking. Finish school, man. Yeah,
If you're any good, you can do both.
exactly. Everyone's got a phone these days.
If you suck, you definitely shouldn't do it.
No, I didn't end up picking up much this Black Friday, but I see like that's kind of like a going sentiment. Everyone's kind of disappointed in Black Friday this year, even more so than last year, and last year's was kind of disappointing too. Glad to catch this live, yeah.
Probably not great.
Mm-hmm.
People horrible.
Yeah, economy is kind of buns. RAM and storage pricing is up the wazoo. You know, not a great time if you're building a PC right now for the first time. Sadly, I ended school at 17 years old, meaning I finished the whole 12th grade. Then why are you saying should I quit school? Confusing.
Sounds cool.
What?
Sounds cool,
Ba-do-do-do.
Mr. Space!
I was trying to think of like anything that he said, but I don't pay attention to him enough as a person that I don't know a single quote or anything from him.
Saudi Arabia,
He has a theme park?
baby. In Saudi Arabia.
No.
You didn't know this?
No, I did not. Nah, who's actually going to Beastland for a holiday? What the hell? What the helling me for, Diotis? Many of these deals aren't even Cyber Monday deals, just okay sales. Yeah, sadly. Nah, there's been a few alright stuff that I've seen so far. But it's mostly, like we were saying earlier, it's a lot of clearance on older stock, specifically things like cases. No deals on GPUs, storage, or RAM. Just forget about it. You were talking about Mr. Diotis. I don't even know what page we're on now. I don't even know if we're reading the same book.
Mr. Beast!
But yeah, there was a few things. There was some good TV deals. There was some good VR deals. Some decent phone deals. I can't look at the GameStop deals that Kyler and them added because GameStop is like, whoa, what the hell? You're not American. What are you trying to do here? Why are you here?
Did you answer GameStop?
I didn't. I left.
Alright. Go to bed.
Although I have a better question, which Linux should I switch to? Use Figma, Windows programs, and Discord? Bruh. Bruh, I don't know. No. I don't know. None of us know. None of us are Linux users here.
Because it sucks.
I don't think they can hear you.
That's okay.
Oh. I was looking for deals on high-res monitors, thinking they'd clear up for upcoming CES. They didn't even change. I saw a couple that went on sale. I liked, where was it? I quite like this MSI monitor deal quite a lot. 27-inch 4K dual mode, so you can run it at 144 hertz at 4K or 288 hertz at 1080p. And with the extra promo code, it's down to $199. That's kind of banger for $199. A 4K monitor that can run up to 288 if you do bump the resolution down. And it's got wide color gamut support. It's kind of nice. Linux Mint is a conservative choice for your first Linux. Yeah, that's probably... if you want a game, I would maybe try and use like something like Bazite or something, but if you want to do a whole bunch of other stuff and like actually use it like a normal computer, probably the Linux Mint. Bazite is the new hotness, but I haven't tried it. I would only try it if you're doing gaming only. Whoops.
Whoops, he says.
Yeah, I punched my monitor with the can. Yeah, I quite like this MSI deal.
What?
Nothing. This is between me and Reese.
I need to get a room that I'm not in.
I was about to say, we're in a room. Linux Mint was run by my mom. She didn't know how to use it and somehow messed up the keyboard. All the keys were so slow, just reinstall it. But yeah, there's been a huge influx of people trying different Linux distributions simply because of Windows 11 being ass. I said the A word. I have been trying Bazite at home. On my Legion Go, and it's fine for doing the most basic turn on the handheld, play simple game, turn off handheld, you know, but anything deeper than that, I haven't really done anything with it. I've used the desktop mode like twice since installing it.
I've streamed off of Bazite.
You streamed off of Bazite?
Yeah, I did it for like a couple hours. That's fine. Went into desktop mode, got OBS, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I haven't switched to Linux just in general is I use a lot of things that I can't replace on Linux. There's just no support for it. Like, I can use a lot of my Elgato stuff with third-party things, but you have to struggle with these third-party drivers to get half the functionality. Reinstall. She was having a potato laptop. Then you make it sound like it was something else. Kernel level anti-cheat. Yeah, that's also something if you want to play certain games, you're not going to have a good time on Linux. I'll open a couple of these and see if they're still going. Because I gotta keep watching these deals as well. Sounds like it's something else. Yeah. I think there's something else going wrong, and not your mom's somehow breaking a keyboard and then things going wrong for other operating systems that you reinstall. I don't know, something about that doesn't sound right. All right. First deal we had was this Ugreen Steam Deck dock. I will say, if you have a handheld, get a dock for it. Game changer. when I'm not playing, my Legion Go goes back on the dock to charge up. Next up, we had two Dreamy robot vacuums. These things are kind of banger. And this one's 27% off at $3.99. This one's 33% off at $8.99. There is one in South Africa, the cheaper model, but that one was 50% off locally. I was actually surprised to see a deal in South Africa that was, you know, not, hey, we've made this thing 10% off. Steam Deck, is that the whole console? No, it's a Steam Deck dock. It's just the dock for it. Yeah. Don't specifically have to use a Steam Deck on it. You can plug in any handheld that uses USB-C. But then it just props it up and gives you extra ports so you can connect it to your TV or a monitor, mouse and keyboard, that kind of thing if you want to. I'd like to build my own GameCube and Steam with SteamOS on it. I just want a GameCube, like straight up.
The GameCube.
Yeah. Apparently they really like the name GameCube internally.
I like the name.
Then we had a Power Color Reaper Radeon RX 9070. This was going for $520, which I think was like $30 under MSRP. The other one, the 9070 XT that we had listed, that one is no longer available, out of stock. Asus ROG2, yeah, any handheld, any device actually that can connect through USB-C can connect through that. So even if you have a laptop, you could use that dock with it. We had this Razer Handbook Chroma AIO CPU liquid cooler, 240 millimeter for only $29.99, which is 50% off. My dad did buy the Asus ROG, forgot which version. He's using it as his main PC. Are you talking about the handheld or a laptop?
Asus ROG makes last.
Yeah. An AIO at $30 is so cheap now. Yeah, I was genuinely surprised to see this. But there have been some other cheap ones, like this one is a 360 millimeter with the extra promo code gets it to $69.99. That too. Then we had another 240. This one is the Asus ROG Strix LC. Looks pretty nice, you know, but it is also just a 240. And that one's currently going for $54.99. You can see the price history here. Used to be around 120, dropped to 80, back up to 120, and then all the way down to $55 for Black Friday. Yeah, Diotis, we actually covered that in Hot News today. I pay over £100 for a Corsair 240. Yeah, but that's also its Corsair. We do have a Corsair 360. It's the Titan one. This is $140 currently. The Corsair ones are more pricey, for sure. But we had this one on because it's usually $200 to $180. So this is an extra like $40 off the usual lowest price here. But you know, there are cheaper options here. What do you mean too deep? I'm confused by your wording there. I'm trying. That's why I asked. All right. Putting up the next batch of deals we found. This one is still from Black Friday. Fractal Design North. I freaking love these cases. I think they're gorgeous. With the charcoal black variants are currently on sale. The chalk white ones are not. Those are the usual $154. Trust us, please. Trust who? Are you saying I must trust you? What? I'm confused, man.
We are Venom.
But the charcoal black tempered glass or mesh panel ones are both $108.99. I don't think you can go wrong with these cases. This is just... They're one of my favorite cases for a reason. Yeah, apparently Diotis.
Trust me, bro.
Then all the other Corsair cases are no longer on sale. Dang, you don't understand how people sometimes use others to try and make a sale, no matter what? What I just said was a sarcastic joke, ironically mentioning how life is currently standing as. Yeah, man, there was also a lot of words there that also confused me.
Reese can't handle more than one.
No. Us? No. Too many.
Me?
Gongaga. We had the Cooler Master NR200. This one is down to $49.99 because you get an extra little $5 coupon. You can see the price history there. It's usually around like hovering around the $70 mark. So it's like roughly an extra $20 under. Hi. Then we had this KTC 27-inch 4K 144 hertz fast IPS monitor, up to 160 hertz. Said 144 because that's weirdly in the title, but I see there it's 160 hertz. This has been chilling at $360 for the longest time, and then price fell $100 now for Black Friday. Then this was that MSI monitor we showed earlier with the extra $30 coupon, making it $199.99. So it's 27-inch 4K, 144 hertz at 4K, or 288 hertz if you drop it down to 1080p. Fast. If you're playing like an esports game, you're typically going to be at like 1080p anyway to get the most frames. Then we have this KYY portable monitor, 15.6 inch 1080p, can power itself and display through a single USB-C cable, but you do have HDMI or mini HDMI if you want to plug it something else in. No, you. Company started to win by doing things, moving pump to the other locations. Yeah. I play all my esports games at 480. You know what? Proud of you, Jason. By the way, is an MSI gaming laptop worth it? Mine has a GTX 3060 and i7. Worth it is completely subjective. I don't know what your needs are. Then we had a Samsung 27-inch. This is their Odyssey G5. It was 1440p, 180 hertz OLED, down to $399.99. You can see there was the price history, and then since roughly November 20th, that's been chilling at the $400 price point. This is what we were mentioning earlier. Like OLED monitors are now in like the $400 range, which is nice. If we look at Alienware's OLED monitor, that's $549.99. But this one goes up to 360 hertz. I think if you're grabbing OLED right now, 27-inch, 1440p, 240 hertz is kind of like the sweet spot where you're getting a really good deal. Frames win games. My monitor is only 640 by 480. I have a really tiny. I set my my AIO as a third screen over the weekend just because I was having fun with it, and it has a 480 by 480 resolution, but you can actually put. I tried it. You can put games on there. It's really weird. Don't play games like that. Today is order day for my MacBook Air M4. Let's go. Let's go.
Whoa, baby!
I got one right here. I'm using it to read YouTube. People never invest enough on a good monitor. If you think about it, it's the main way we interact. I fully agree. I fully agree. I think a good monitor will change the game for you. My next thing that I buy for my setup is gonna be an OLED monitor. All right, let's see the other deals, see which ones are still active. Because yeah, as the day goes on, some of these deals do expire. Because these are all still from Black Friday, and some of them carry over to Cyber Monday. But you know, hyper about it too. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. The M4 MacBook Air has been phenomenal. Like you don't even feel when it's off battery, and it just lasts the entire day. Will it definitely change my gaming? I can imagine. Is it the 27-inch 4K OLED that just came out? I have no idea. I don't know when this one came out. Date first available October 24th, 2025. So yeah, that seems to be their G5 refresh that just came out. Think bad deals? Oh man, that's very specific. Hello. Invest in a good monitor and I regret it. Really? 200 hertz Ultra Gill 27-inch. My GPU can't do it. That's an interesting one. What were you trying to play on it that you wanted the 200 hertz? The tech, we've had 32-inch 4K OLED. I think we just got it down to 27 not too long ago. No biggie. Yeah, I'm more of a 27-inch monitor person. Specifically because I'm trying to maximize my desk space. To be fair, 4K high settings and FPS not really a thing. Even on the most powerful GPU, the 59E. Always use 4K from now on, even if I have to use DLSS quality. As long as I get a stable frame rate.
They don't have a 59, they're lying, they don't know.
I like a good 100 to 120 FPS at 1440. That's what I aim for.
I think that's going to depend on the game.
Yeah, like for most games, I feel like 1440p is a nice balance between like clarity, and I can still get frames high enough in most games. to hit that 100 to 120 FPS.
If I'm playing pretty Final Fantasy, I'll play at like under 60 if I can get 4K graphics.
I don't get enough value out of 4K over 1440p to tank my frame rate.
Computer monitor, yeah. But my TV is big and clear enough that I can see the difference and it bothers me.
Well, if you're playing on a PlayStation, it only goes from 1080p to 4K. Cyberpunk Ray Tracing Ultra, I still got like 100 FPS with Ray Tracing Ultra. Well, I don't think anyone's really getting 200 FPS with Cyberpunk with Ray Tracing on. No matter what you're doing. All right, let me go through the rest of the deals. Again, if you guys want to check out this list, you can type !deals. That'll give you a link to our certified bangers list here. And if you guys want to submit anything on that same message, you should see a secondary link. That'll be a form submission. So if you have a deal that you found and you want us to check it out, then we can go through those just now. What's the best monitor for 1440p G-Sync at around 240 or $250? I don't know about best, but like I said, again, this where is it here? I've been really recommending this one because it's 27-inch 4K. With a dual mode 144 hertz or 288 hertz. With the extra $30 promo code is $199. Why are there new stock kits for DDR3? That's a good question. People are desperate, I guess. Have you guys seen any good deals on MacBooks? I don't know anything about Apple products, M4, M5. Or M3 or M4 stuff. My daughter does graphic design and is in the market. I haven't seen any deals on it. I did, however, I don't know. I don't think it's still active. MacBook Air 13 M4. Here. I'll throw this on the list for you here. This is the base model, and 739 or 738 is actually a really great price for these. Usually they're hanging around the $1,000 mark, so it's quite a bit off. I have one right here, Cthulhu's Wrath. This is my I'm doing pretty much anything, especially graphic design and stuff like that. I'm doing it on this laptop. For the most part.
Wait, I'm doing something!
He's doing something! Here, I'll make a link for this for you and put in the docs. So if you type !deals, I'll have a link for you under the laptop section now. It was 738. That's actually probably the best price I've seen for this ever. Thank you for actually making us go check. All right. Link to that is on the deal list here. let's check quick. You might get different deals on the other colorways. Okay, all the other ones are at $7.49, but the midnight colorway is $7.38 if you want to. Oh, temporary out of stock. I think they sold out too fast. Okay, the sky blue. The sky blue is still available. The sky blue is the only one that's still available, Thulu's Wrath. Like, this is a really good price for them. Yeah, I can show you the price history. Yeah, between $900 and $800 is where it's been sitting. Then it dropped to $749, jumped up right before Black Friday to the usual $900, and now back to the $749. But it's on a good trend downwards. That will work, passing it along. I have the sky blue. It's really nice. Just added a 9070 XT to the deal list recommendation. Let's go. Yeah, our 9070 XT that we did have on the list, when I checked it this morning to get ready for stream, it was out of stock, which is sad. It was a pretty good, decent deal on it. Ugh. I want a good laptop deal. What kind of laptop are you looking for? Because this one was kind of a banger. Lenovo V15 G4, 15.6 inch, 1080p, Core i5, comes with 40 gigs of RAM, which is nuts. 512 gig SSD, and all that for only $499.99, $400 off. Especially considering the state of RAM currently. That one was quite a nice find there. But it all depends on what you need. If you're looking for a laptop that's also like gaming focused, might have to look elsewhere. Afternoon, Cam. How you doing? It does have soldered RAM if that's something you're worried about. Yeah, but it has 40 gigs already, which is pretty nuts. Why is RAM so expensive right now? AI companies like RAM a lot, so they're buying a lot. It means everyone else is fighting for scraps. Added a Mac Mini M4 to the list. Oh, I've seen some good M4 deals. Just in general. We'll get through that now. We're just slowly going through the list of all the deals that are still active. Wait, I accidentally closed one. Let me go up a little bit. Yeah, it was this one. We had the Corsair K65 Plus. This is a 75% wireless hot swappable mechanical keyboard. Big time sound dampened, has lots of extra foam layers inside. Make sure you don't have any ping or anything like that. This one is currently $109.99, down from the usual $159.99, but you can check the price history. Usually $170, $140, $170, $140, $170, $160, and then down to $110 for Black Friday time. Then we had the Razer Huntsman V3 Pro. This is down to $169.99. It's a little expensive for my tastes in a keyboard, if I'm completely honest. But some of you guys seem to like this, so we threw it on the list. I'm stupid to want another 4TB SSD when I already have a 2TB. I have 4TB currently, and my game drive, I have two 2TB drives. One is my system drive and one is my game drive. My game drive is almost full, so I can understand wanting a bit more. But
Deletes your games.
No, he's got to play them. You don't understand.
We're just talking about game data loading.
yeah, I mean, To be fair, a lot of them are modern games, and each one is taking up like 200 gigs. Like a lot of those games on that hard drive are like between like 80 and 200 gigs. It's nuts. Then we had a couple of mice deals. The Logitech Pro X Superlight 2 SE. Currently on sale for $89.99, $50 off. I have the Gen 1 Superlight. I like it enough that I've kept it for a couple of years now because I felt no need to upgrade. My skills are holding me back far more than my mouse ever has. So I've never felt the need to upgrade from my Gen 1 Superlight. Maybe. There is a new Razer mouse that I kind of have my eye on currently. Then we had this low free touch PBT wireless mouse. It's got that retro look to it. It comes in two different colorways, the tofu and the block. Both have that like old school cream or gray. So I'm not overreaching then. No, I think especially if like one's like a dedicated game drive. You're bottlenecking your mouse, exactly. Some new games won't even run on a hard drive. Yeah, I refuse to have a hard drive in my system. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Then we had a Corsair. This is one of those crazy amount of button mice if you play MMOs, if that's your thing. That's too many buttons for me, to be fair. That's far too many buttons for me. I would be accidentally hitting all of them the moment I grab my mouse. Then we had the DualSense controllers were on sale. The Midnight Black is out of stock, but all the other ones still seem to be in stock at the $54.99, which is just it's $20 off, but okay, some of the colorways I think are like $59 or $59.99, like the fancier colorways, but the normal ones are all $54.99. They're usually, yeah, these fancier colorways are usually like $80. Have you been seeing all the videos of people lifting Black Friday price stickers in store and realizing it's the same price? Oh, I've seen worse. I've seen them lifting the sticker and it's like $10 more than it was like a week ago at the normal non-discounted price. It's kind of nutty. That's why we use stuff like the price trackers here, so we can see, oh, they're really being really scummy and jacking the price up like a week before Black Friday, or yeah, it's actually discounted compared to what it's usually at. 990 Pro 2 terabyte at Walmart is a good deal right now at $129. Walmart also had deals on the Western Digital 2 terabytes, but that's sold out over the weekend now. Wish I'd bought more of those sub $30 PS5 controllers. They're not my cup of tea, but they make great gifts. Oh man, I would have stocked up for sure. All right, then we had a bunch of really good headphone deals. I'll open these ones quick. Keeper price track is a lifesaver. 100%. I wish it worked on more sites. That's my thing. We had the Apple AirPods 4. These are the ones with active noise cancelling for $99. You can see they're usually around like $150. The ones without active noise cancelling, I think we're down to like $78 if noise cancelling is not important to you and you just want little guys that you can pop in your ears. But then for the same price, we had the Sennheiser HD599 SE. I'm a big Sennheiser guy. I use Sennheisers at home as my daily drivers. I will say, if you're into competitive games, get yourself a good studio reference headset. I can guarantee you that the soundscape and like transient detail in like footsteps and stuff like that are way better in studio reference headphones. And then get yourself an actual microphone to use, because this obviously doesn't have a microphone on it. If you use positional audio a lot when playing competitive games like I do, it's literally a game changer. Amazon has some built-in AI price tracker, but it's a 30-90 day thing. Also not exactly something I trust. Yeah, what's it? Microsoft also has like a built-in thing too, and I don't really trust it all that much. It seems like DDR5 RAM is getting as expensive as a movie star mansion. The real flex would be to build your mansion out of DDR5 RAM sticks. Then we had the Fractal Design Scape Lights.
Yeah.
Gorgeous headphones. We have some here in the office. They feel phenomenal. These are currently $139.99, down from $200 usually, for both the dock and the light variants. Comes with a little charge and dock thing that you place them on. $9070 XT XFX, Mercury or Red Devil. I like both. To be fair. Bofa. Then we had these Drop and Epos Collab H3X. Great gaming headset for the price. Considering it's $39.99, which is roughly half off, I don't think you get a microphone of this quality at this price point ever. If you're looking for one that makes... if you're looking for one that has a built-in microphone, you're not going to find much at the same price point that beats this microphone quality-wise. We had these with submissions, Beat Studio Pro. They were currently $149.95, which is down from the cheapest price previously was $200, so it's an extra $50 on top of that. Fractal makes everything feel and look S tier. Yeah, we're big Fractal lovers in this office. Dangpaz loves Old Mate Sen. Yeah, I'm a Sennheiser guy. I got my Sony XM4s here at the office. I have my Sennheisers plugged into my computer at home. I've got the HD 560Ss. And then if I'm just like walking about doing stuff, then I've got the AirPods in. If I didn't own a good pair of Sennheisers already, I would have splurged on the Fractals. Yeah, if you ever want to pick those Fractals up, I can tell you now, they feel ridiculously premium. Like it's actual like metal on them. Then we had these Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. They've dropped an extra $20 from Friday. You can see they were going for $200 like all of last week, and then as of December 1st now, they're down to $179, which is kind of banger. The Sony XM4s are no longer on sale. Which I had to remove them from the list earlier. But the Quiet Comforts went an extra $20 down as well, which is nice. Find me a quality headset for people with huge ears like me. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if they're still available. HD. I got you. I just want to see if they're still available. But I have one that I can recommend if it is. Dun, 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 dun. Red Devil or XFX Mercury? I said both. I like both. Like it's gonna come down to whether or not you like the look of one over the other, really. All right, I got some headphones for you. See if you can find. They're still labeled Mass Drop because they were an older collaboration between Drop and Sennheiser, but these HD 58Xs. These things. Great headphones, but these ear cups were massive. Like you can see on the model there just how much these things are over ears. Yeah, these are really good headphones. Big recommend. Good morning. Yeah, I used them for a couple of years. I think Catelyn used them for a bit too. Catelyn. Yeah. That will happen over time. Yeah, Catelyn says she has them at her house. Yeah, that's the one I have. These things are phenomenal, dude. I used them for a good couple of years. Hey, what should I buy as a student? But I love battery life and gaming also. What are you talking about? Also, don't spam. Don't spam. You no need to spam. What are you talking about? Like, are you talking about a laptop? Are you talking about a handheld? What are you talking about? A phone? That could apply to all those things. Oh, actually, these also have pretty big ear cups. The DT770 Pros. I would say they're not as big, but these are currently $169.99, $80 down, and then they say here, save even more with this promo code. However, the problem is, I don't know exactly how much they're being very vague with it. So it could be you save $2 off or you save an extra $20 off. I think you would have to add it to the cart and see what this gives you. Your mileage may vary with that. A laptop. We did see a couple of other laptops, but I don't know. You say battery life is important. That's the problem. If you want a gaming, like a laptop capable with gaming, it's gonna tank the second you take it off charge. Any good phone deals around $100? I don't know if you can even really get phones around $100, can you? I might be completely ignorant on that section of the market. But yeah, these Bear Dynamics would be a pretty decent. Like I said, the cups are not as big as those Sennheisers I showed earlier. Light gaming. How light are we talking gaming wise? Give me some gaming titles that you like to play. All right, we're almost done going through this list. Laptop under 1K US dollars. What beats the Mac? Current M4 base model. Diotis, that's the hard thing. Is the M4 base MacBook Air at $750 is such a ridiculously good deal. If we're talking about a laptop where I only need to do some like really light gaming, but what I care more is the overall general performance and battery life, I'm going MacBook personally. I'm trying to find a drone today on sale, not having much luck. Yeah, we should keep an eye on drone deals. I haven't seen anything good yet. Is the Royal Kludge S98 keyboard good for wireless gaming? Because I have a lot of cables on my desk. It said it's terrible for comp games. Honestly, wireless, like modern wireless connectivity, like especially with the dongle, has gotten so good that anyone who's complaining about the like playing competitively on a wireless keyboard has not used one made in the last 5 years. Like GTA 5, 1080, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk average. See, that's not light gaming. Those are all heavier titles. That's the problem. Oh, wait, I have the HD6XX. Yeah, it's similar. They were released at the same time as well. The Jubilees are the cheaper variant, but like still phenomenally good. But then we had these Edifier M60 speakers. We ended up choosing the classic oak because everyone said the wood finish looked good. These are currently $149.99. Then we had the HyperX Quadcast S going for $64.99, $95 off. I have a friend who uses one of these. Great microphone, has a tap to mute functionality on the top. Cannot overstate how good a tap to mute is, especially if you want to like stream or anything like that. Then the HyperX Quadcast 2S, the fancy big brother, is going for $139.99. This one is only $60 off, but still $60 off is still a win. Or they're using it with Bluetooth and not the dongle. Yeah, you have to use it with the dongle. You can't. Don't play competitive on Bluetooth. But with the dongle, phenomenal. You can't tell the difference. If you say you can, you're a liar. Yeah, dongle. Then we had the Razer Siren V3 Mini. This little USB microphone tuned very well for vocals. Good at rejecting sounds like keyboard noises and stuff like that. This one's $35.99. I got the HyperX Solocast. I'm not sure if it's worth upgrading to a Quadcast eventually. Honestly, you'll get so far with the Solocast. It's like got a great capsule in it and everything. It's just missing a couple of extra features. But in terms of like sound quality, you will see maybe like a 10% improvement where you're paying a lot more money versus what the Solocast costs. Although when I think about it, the Quadcast S is currently going for roughly what I see the Solocast go for when it's not on sale. Then we had this InnoGear low profile mic arm. We're big fans of low profile mic arms here in the office. I have one at home. We have them on all the desks here in the office too. This InnoGear one is going for $26.59. Phenomenal. I cannot overstate how great a low profile one is. It just like under your, push it away under your monitor. Then we had an Elgato Facecam Mark II. 1080p 60 webcam. I have the Mark I version at home. It's $109.99, currently $30 off. We've almost gone through all the deals here that we had lined up. I'm bringing up some laptops for you guys here. What kind of extra features? There was a couple of software features, but also different polar patterns that you can switch between. And I'm not sure if the Solocast has the tap to mute function. Yeah, this Elgato Stream Deck Mark II, it was $109.99. The only times you'll really find Elgato products on sale is during stuff like Black Friday or Prime Day. But they also have the Stream Deck Plus. We have the, I don't want to pull it too far. We have the Mark IIs here in the office. Okay. Yeah, I accidentally touched the tap to mute. That's my bad. Next up, laptop wise, you'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. Laptop wise, we showed this one off earlier. It's Lenovo V15 G4, 15.6 inch. It has an i5, 40 gigs of RAM, and a 512 gig SSD for $499.99. Then we had this HP OmniBook. Someone recommended a Snapdragon X Plus PC yesterday. 2K touchscreen, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gig SSD. This was going for $449.99. Then we had this Asus VivoBook S14. This is an OLED laptop, 24 gigs of RAM, Ryzen AI 9 365, 1 terabyte SSD. Gorgeous looking laptop. That's currently $1,000. I will say I do want an OLED laptop. Looks gorgeous. 40 gigs of RAM is worth more than the asking price of the whole laptop. Yeah. Has it got a GPU? Most of these don't. Well, they have the onboard. None of them have a discrete GPU of any kind. But you can see prices around 150, 140, and then drop down to 1,000 for Black Friday week. And then we showed this one earlier, except this one is now out of stock. The only ones that were in stock was the sky blue. But this is what I have here. It's a 2025 MacBook Air with the M4 chip. Basically base model, 256 gigs of storage, 16 gigs of unified memory. I will say all day battery life is definitely a thing. This thing's phenomenal. Yeah, this one here. The AI 9 365 has a pretty decent internal GPU. You can do light gaming with this for sure. What about it? Then a couple other things. Almost to the end of our list here of stuff. PlayStation 5 Slim console, the digital edition, which doesn't have a disc drive. Small little guy, tiny little guy, looks very nice. They're currently going for $399.99, makes it $100 off. Then we had the Hisense 65-inch U7 mini LED. It's 4K, native 165 hertz. I would absolutely pick this up if I was looking for a TV in the States, because it's currently going for $747.99. It's a 365, not 395. It's the 880M. Yeah, I've played on a handheld that has the 880M. It was fine. It was perfectly fine. You know, obviously you're not cranking the graphics on anything like a handheld, but any keyboard deals? We had a few, but nothing that I would personally pick up. If you want to check the deals list, you can type !deals. That'll give you a link to the document where we have all these the certified bangers deal list, and then there's also a form to submit any deals that you guys do find. If you want us to take a look, we're just gonna finish this up here, take a quick little break, and then we'll come back and look at deals that you guys have submitted so far. But then next we had the MetaQuest 3S, the 128 gig. Honestly, such a phenomenal deal. I wish we got anything close to this price in South Africa, because that's $249.99. It's a standalone headset. You can plug it into a PC and play some like more graphically demanding games like Half-Life Alyx, but for the most part it runs just standalone. So you just throw it on your head, switch it on, and it boots up into ready to game. I have the Quest 2 at home. I also have a PSVR 2. I wish this was as well priced here in South Africa. Then phone wise, we had the OnePlus 13 with 250 gig storage. This is unlocked, all that. $699.99, an extra $200 down from the usual price. And then we also had the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It's 256 gig, also unlocked, all that. This was $899.99. Brett did mention that he really likes the OnePlus 13 as his best camera he's used in a smartphone. Which, I mean, considering they had Hasselblad help them make the camera, it's kind of a banger. Gonna wait for the Steam VR. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Steam VR too. I'm really excited to see what that's gonna be priced, because it's gonna be a mission to get hold of here in South Africa, but I'm gonna try and grab myself one. USA gets way better deals. Yeah. Price of a laptop in New Zealand suck. Only deals are like $109.99, but have 3050 and only 8 gigs of RAM. I feel you. That's the kind of deals we get in South Africa too, for the most part. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take a quick little break. Go stretch my legs, fill up my water bottle, all that, etc. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll check through any submissions that have come through, and we'll start looking around for more stuff. But yeah, if you want to look at the current deal list that we do have, type !deals, follow the link for that. If you have anything you want to submit, there's a secondary link in that message that'll give you a form you can submit there, and we'll take a look at them in a couple of minutes. All right, see you guys in a bit.
Thanks for the Prime sub.
Added one more.
All right, we back. Hello. Brother, what was with the spam? Fun how you put next to the memory. Yeah. People kept asking, so I was, and you know, any deals on RAM? Any deals on RAM? Eventually, I had to just add that on there. Monitors are the one thing that are on sale. Yeah, honestly, like, we've been eating good with monitor deals, but everything else has been hit or miss. Headphones have been pretty banger. Hey, yo, thank you for the sub. Much appreciate the Prime. No GPU sales? Yeah, no. We haven't had any luck on GPU sales at all. There's been a 9070 and a 9070 XT, but they come and go stock wise. So I've had to clear some of them off the list. It's hopping because my current setup is an R7 7700X, 6500 XT, and a 75Hz 1080p ultra wide. Yeah, I would improve the monitor. I would grab a new monitor first thing. But are you determined to stick with ultra wide, because you might need a more powerful graphics card if you want to run ultra wide. Hi and bye, yeah. I too initially thought it was the XT when I saw it like 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah, I even referred to it as we had an XT deal on. Not remembering that it was just the 9070. Here we go. Yeah, this one. 9070 16 gig. Currently $30 under MSRP. And this power color one doesn't look too bad. Very simple, very chill. I do like the rounded corners as well. Especially if that's what you're going to be seeing most of the time. Not a bad GPU by any means. Alright. Let's start going through some more new submissions. All right, let's have a look here. Gonna change that. I'll show you guys in a second. XFX Mercury Magnetic OC or normal version. What's the price difference currently? Alright, here's some of the new submissions. I will say submissions are definitely slower on Cyber Monday. There's just been less deals to pick and choose from. Here's £60 or 60 euros. Oof. Oof. I don't know if I would pay the extra. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm copying over submissions. If you guys have anything you want us to take a look at, type ! deals. There's a secondary link that'll give you a submission form. You can throw a link on there and we'll take a look at them. All right. Here's some submissions we've had so far. PlayStation PSVR 2, currently $100 off. Why does it say price hidden there? That's weird. Although this bundle, does this come with the Horizon game? It's the same price, but the one doesn't have a bundle. Yeah, why would I buy that one that doesn't come with the game when I can buy the one with the game for the same price? It's really about aesthetics and price difference. The performance is so small. Yeah, I think the performance gain you're gonna get from that is not worth the extra 60. Damn, check that price fluctuation. But yeah, there's a $100 drop off. I love my PSVR 2. It has OLED displays, which are phenomenal, but it also has Fresnel lenses that can't use Pancake. Because OLEDs don't get bright enough to get through the Pancake lenses. What game is it? It's that Horizon one, Call of the Mountain. So you play as Aloy in VR, I think. You gotta shoot your bow and climb up and stuff. From what I've heard, it's really, really cool. Alright, I'll throw this one on the list for sure. I love my PSVR 2. I just, over the weekend now, I just started playing Half-Life Alyx again. Like I started from the beginning. But now with the OLED, and the dark environments are so cool. So cool in the OLED. Like I kind of regret, you know, not playing it for the first time that way. Whoopsies. Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm making a link for that. Thank you for the submission. It's a good one. Throwing it on the list. It's an RX 7600 with a 7500F, a good pair. I'm getting both. It depends on what you need. I don't know what country you're from, what the market looks like there, so I can't say. I thought about getting a PS5 VR, but I haven't been playing my Quest too much, so I don't know if I will. I will say, visual-wise and field of view wise, my PSVR 2 smokes the Quest 2. The Quest 2 is now sitting as a backup that I let my brother play with if we like play walkabout mini golf or something together. All right. Next submission we had was Elgato Stream Deck Mini, a Discord edition. I forgot this was a thing. I think they give you like a free month of Nitro or something like that if you buy this Discord edition one. I mean, it's $50. It's $10 off. Nothing too drastic, but I'll throw it on the list because I think it's cool. I like the Discord edition. It's a funky little guy. Just a little dude. You know, if that's your thing, I wouldn't mind having a mini, the Discord edition that I set exclusively to Discord hotkeys. But that's just me because I like to be a little extra with certain things. And that certainly would feel extra. All right. RTX 2060 is like $300 brand new, and a 3060 12 gig costs around $230, but the 7600 costs only $225, and the 7500 costs $135 USD. Question mark? What are you saying with the extra question marks there? What games will you play on the PS5 VR? Because they barely have any. I don't use it with my PS5. Besides when I'm playing Gran Turismo. I have the adapter that lets me use it on the PC. It's a little extra guy that you get that basically lets you plug it in because it needs like a certain amount of power and also a display port connection, and this like does that all as a little extra thing. You know, it was kind of hard to get here in South Africa, but I eventually found one. But yeah, I play PC VR with that thing. Hello from Germany. What's up? PSVR. Oopsies. R2 adapter. Yeah, I'll find this little guy for you. Use one of these little guys. Comments about tubery count as medical? I don't even know what you mean by that. But if it's medical advice, I'd stay away from it. Yeah, it's a little guy that you plug into your PC. It has like an extra power adapter so it can power the headset correctly. And yeah, then it's been phenomenal for PSVR gaming. Half-Life Alyx on this thing has been so great because the dark environments and the OLED screens in that thing have been the best combo ever. Never used any of the others, but the multifunction dials on the Stream Deck Plus made it worth. I love my Stream Deck Plus. It would be, if I had to start selling things on my desk, it would be one of the last things to go. Any decent gaming laptop deals so far? Gaming laptops specifically, no. Just more normal everyday laptops. I don't know. There haven't been a huge selection of gaming gaming laptop deals currently. We had this submission. DualSense wireless controller. These are usually like between 80. Okay, this is the special edition. They also have a Kratos one, which is kind of banger. I really like this one. Something about it. It's simple enough, but you can immediately tell. Oh, that's Kratos. Yeah. Like Catelyn mentioned, yeah, the triggers on that side are red. God of War 20th anniversary. It's a really nice touch. There's little specks of red everywhere. It's definitely subtle enough, but it's such a nice nod to Kratos. I like this one. I like this one quite a bit. We have PS5 controllers on the list already. I've been wondering, would it be possible to use a numpad on 100% keyboard as a Stream Deck? You can. The problem is, because they just act as 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, you would be setting up hotkeys that could also trigger with just anything in the 1, 2, 3, 4 range. Yeah, some people like to set up like the function keys as well. If you have like a extra function button and you can get to the secondary layer, like the F13 to F24 virtual keys. I know people like to use those as well. Is there anything you couldn't resist buying? Okay, if I was in America, yeah. Let me go through the list. And are we talking about like if I didn't have this thing already? Or what's the situation here? Because looking through this list, if I didn't have one, I would be picking up one of these. It is one of the most used things on my desk. But granted, I'm quite deep in the Elgato ecosystem. Yeah, I'm quite deep in the Elgato ecosystem, but I have like so many things on my PC set up, from launching applications to launching when I stream. I have it set to like open a whole command list of applications and set things differently. There's a lot you can do with these, and just having the extra control dials. I also have mine set up to control my audio. I've got them split using Elgato Wavelink. And then just being able to like quickly tap and mute my mic or any other sound source or anything. Why have they got evil Elmo on the Stream Deck? I'm pretty sure I saw Rick Astley as well.
You just subbed? I love you too.
Yeah, there's evil Elmo.
No more ads, guys. Plus money to UFD.
Yep, look, there's Rick Astley. Hey. Thank you for the sub, Point Break. especially with also all the extra like features they've added, like key logic and stuff recently. You know, so your keys can behave as multiple ones depending on if you just press it or if you hold it in. You can have different functionality set to each one. I don't know, man. If I didn't have one, this would be what I pick up on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This thing has become an invaluable part of my day. I have the one with the extra the XLR attachment on the back. So I have a single cable going to my PC, and then I also have an XLR cable going into it, and it just simplifies it so I don't have to have an extra. I had an extra interface that my stuff was plugged into, and now this has just like simplified it down to one device. I love my Stream Deck. There's a good unofficial Linux app for it with a lot of plugins. Would the dials still work with that? Because that would be a killer for me if I couldn't use my dials anymore. Especially, I have my dials set to multiple layers. So if you click down on the dials, I have my main microphone set to the first one, where I can adjust the gain on the preamp itself. And then I can either touch the touchscreen or the dial to quickly mute. Then my other ones, I have 3 channels, like 3 audio channels that control my volume for my games, my music, and my system as a whole. And then when I click those dials in, it takes me to a secondary view of it where I'm changing then the audio that goes out to stream. So I can change up my sub mixes and everything like that. Yes, dials work, but any plugin that doesn't support the dials, you can emulate them by telling it plugin it's a button press when in reality you're turning the knob a certain way. Okay. But OBS and volume control support knob out the box. Perfect. Yeah, so even if the words are hard, even if you're on Linux, this is still a banger deal. And now with Wavelink 3 that's currently in beta, really cool by the way. I'll show it to you guys in a sec. I don't have it installed on this PC because it's still the beta. I tried it on my home PC over the weekend. The only problem I found is it starts making my browser audio sources stutter after about like 45 minutes. I don't know if there's like some kind of memory leak or something like that. But it is a beta. I was prepared for things to go wrong. Every other sound source has been perfectly fine. Stream Decks are really expensive for what they are. Yes and no. If you're in the ecosystem and you have Elgato lights and Stream Decks and WaveXLRs and everything works together seamlessly, and especially if you're streaming and stuff like that, where that's typically what they're catered to. Having things that just work and you're not troubleshooting broken stuff all the time is what makes them so important for me.
It ain't for casuals.
Yeah. Like, if I was a casual and not a streamer, this is the thing I would be picking up. But the fact that I have lights and interfaces and microphones and all kinds of stuff from Elgato, I can't get rid of it. Elgato makes lights. That's like one of the things they started with. I'm shook. I'm being lit by one right now. And Wavelink 3 not needing an Elgato product to use, yeah, that is the biggest win that everyone, because a lot of people have been using stuff like Banana Meter and Sonar and everything to route their audio, and Wavelink kind of slaps all of those, but you were limited to having to have either a Stream Deck Plus plugged in, or a Wave XLR, or the Wave 3 microphone. Like you had to have one of those plugged in for it to work. But now with Wavelink 3.0, they're getting rid of that need entirely. They just want people to be able to use it. And I'm so stoked on that. I'm so stoked on that. Because I tried the Wavelink 3 beta, and it slaps both Sonar and Banana Meter. Can Stream Deck work underneath Linux these days? Yeah, Cam was saying it's pretty decent these days. Another message relating to that. One of the things that's hard to put a dollar amount on is the community support. You can find cheaper deck probably, but the amount of community plugins that support niche use cases fall off a cliff. Yeah, that's also a thing. If you go into here, let me pull this up and then see if we can screen capture it. All right, you guys can see here. This is a little bit of everything. But if we go plugins here, these are all either official ones by the companies themselves, or it's third-party things that have, or third-party plugins that add support to your Stream Deck for controlling a whole bunch of stuff. I stream maybe one time every 2 to 3 years, but I use my Stream Deck Plus all day, every day. Yeah, like I said, this would be my pickup this Black Friday if I didn't have one already. Like, there is a nutty amount of plugins for this thing that add support for pretty much everything. You know, whether you use Photoshop or DaVinci Resolve, you'll find a little bit of everything. Spotify. There's even things, I saw one for Godot earlier. Not as good as the official app. The Linux Steam Controller app does everything I need. Doesn't support official plugins, but has a couple dozen common plugins that add so much value. Yeah, this is a lot of plugins right here. You could if you wanted to do pretty much anything, you could probably find a plugin that could help you either do it or get you in the right direction. Bless up, laddie. I love that. I love that. Yeah, big recommend on are the dials really that life-changing? Because the Stream Deck Mark II is cheaper, and I don't know. I use the dials more than the buttons. So yes. The dials are a big... Do you have to pay for the plugins? No. There might be... I don't know if I can search by ones that are... I can't search by... All of them just say free underneath. I haven't seen one that is paid, but let's have a quick look. Oh, here's one. There's an iTunes controller premium by some guy. He's charging 85 Rand for it. That one there is 120. That one's 85. That one's a lot. But the majority, like I would say like 95% of them seem to be free. What do you use the dials for? Quick controlling stuff in my streams, and also all my audio sources for my PC. I have them split up into different channels. There's some paid plugins. I never found a need to use one of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the paid ones are like some super niche thing as well. All right, let's check the other deals that we had submitted. We have an LG 48-inch Class B5 series OLED. It's 4K. It's probably 120 hertz if we can find the specifications here. Yeah, 120 hertz. Most of these OLED TVs are 120 hertz minimum these days. It's currently $549.99. That's actually not bad. I think I'll throw this one on the list. Da-da-da. Only our second TV deal. It's only 48 inch, but you know. I'm a big fan of LG's OLED TVs. I have one at home. I actually bought it on a Black Friday deal. Now that I think about it. But like 2 years ago. OBS mic volume, desktop audio capture volume, mic input volume, and headphone speaker volume. I have those 4 knobs set up. If you had to restart your streaming setup, what items would you buy? I would buy a Keylight Air from Elgato. I would buy a Stream Deck Plus with the XLR combo. And I would probably pick up another one of these Wave DXs. I feel like I could get by with most things. Like if I was starting out, I would choose those and use my phone as a webcam. Starting off. Because your phone is a better webcam than most webcams, and you can use applications like EPOP Cam, or I can't remember what the Android equivalents were. But your phone camera plus a good light will look better than a crappy webcam and no light. You know, so if I wanted to balance out what I'm getting, most phone webcams are going to be better for the price I would have paid for a light kind of thing. If that makes sense. All right. But a Fractal Design Terra Mini ITX out of stock. Dang. Boo. I love these cases though. They're so gorgeous looking. Tiny though. Absolutely tiny. Here was the Mac Mini that we had submitted. M4 base model. So you've got 16 gigs of memory and a 256 gigs SSD. Currently $479. Phenomenal computer, and it's, you know, it's freaking tiny. It's a tiny little dude. It's just a little guy. I don't know if anyone. Yeah, check how small these things are. It's just chilling there under his PC. There's the guy who appears in shorts behind me. Yeah, I'll make the camera bigger so you can see him. He is busy coding away in the back there. Any program that benefits from lots of shortcuts, so 3D modeling, image, video, audio, photo editing, will get way easier and faster to use with the Stream Deck Plus styles too. Absolutely. Would you stick with the standard black or get a special color of the Wave DX mics? If they were the same price, I might choose a different color. If they were like more expensive, I would just get the normal standard black one. But I do really like these. I do really like these Wave DXs. I think they sound great for the price point. Usually you can get them for roughly $99. Actually, let's check. Are they discounted at all? Accidentally opened South African Amazon. Whoopsies. Yeah, they're currently not on sale. I can show you guys here. Wave DX, Dynamic XLR. Great little microphone. If you wanted to go really budget, here, this little guy. Where's a... Do they not have one listed? I guess not. They got pop filters for them, but no listings for them. What the helly? Yeah. If you manage to find one, the Behringer XM8500, it's real cheap. It's like you can get them down for like $20. Usually, I would not recommend a microphone this cheap, but the XM8500 is such an anomaly for how good it sounds for how little it costs. I can't explain it. It's like one of those like little industry secrets. Can you give me some RAM? Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. Bum, 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 bum. What mic is this again?
You just
are you talking
subbed?
about this one that I'm
I love
currently
you
talking
too.
into?
29 months. Time flies
Or the
always.
one that I'm recommending. Hefe! Hefe! Thank you for the sub. Better than Fifine? This Behringer for like $20 blows anything out of the water until you get to around the $100 mark. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. If I was grabbing an XLR microphone, okay, so remember for an XLR microphone, you do have to have an audio interface already. But if you were setting up like a cheap podcast where you need like 2 people, 2 microphones, and a 2-channel audio interface, 2 of these Behringer XM8400s are going to get you so much further than trying to get anything else in that price range. The one you're talking about is blurred and you never mentioned the name. Yeah, there's no listing on Amazon for one right now. But it's the Behringer XM8500. So you're telling me I could use a proper mic with a laptop? Yeah, anyone can as long as you have an audio interface. And I wouldn't say that USB microphones aren't proper microphones. Yeah, I have like two different XLR microphones at home and 2 different USB microphones at home. They all have their uses. And I wouldn't say that a USB microphone is not a real microphone. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's see if there's been any more submissions today. What the heck is an audio interface? So is it possible to use the Wave DX over Bluetooth or USB? Bluetooth, no, absolutely not. And no, you can't. An audio interface is something you plug an XLR mic into, and then you plug that audio interface into your computer through USB. There's here, this is, I don't know if I can really pull it forward here too much. See this guy here? This has the microphone plugged into it at the back here. Let me move the water bottle. See this big plug here? That's an XLR plug. That plugs into the audio interface here, and it goes into the microphone, and it allows you to then get the signal from the microphone into a digital converter, and that then goes over USB to your computer. Are there any good audio interfaces on sale? That's a good point. Oopsie. This Beacon Studio was on sale, or anything that you would recommend. I'm checking here. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a banger price for the Vocaster. This is only a single person one, so you can only plug a single microphone into this, but the preamps in this are pretty good. I'm gonna throw this on the list. The Focusrite Vocaster. This is actually a really banger. Oh, even the 2-channel one is on sale. Yeah, this one will allow you to plug two microphones in. All right, let me show you guys. Vocaster 1. It's by Focusrite. Focusrite makes really good audio interfaces, really good preamps. This one is absolutely worth throwing on the list. Here's the Scarlett Solo. You're getting pretty much the same thing in this one, just with a little less functionality, but this one can only take XLR inputs from what I remember, where this one here can take instrument lines in as well. Which ones are you using? I'm using the Elgato Wave XLR here, which I'm trying to find a link to. I can't seem to find one on Amazon. Let's try Best Buy. I use a Focusrite Scarlett Solo. Yeah, they're great. They're great. Elgato Wave XLR. Yeah, I use one of these here. Is the Wave XLR good? It's phenomenal. It has more power than most preamp wise, so you can even power something that needs a lot of juice like a Shure SM7B. But it has a one thing I really like about it is it has a secondary like safety channel, and so if specifically like if you're a streamer or something, I see it's unavailable here, so these might just be out of stock everywhere. Like if you're a streamer and like something's happening and you like end up screaming, you won't distort. It'll switch to the safety channel, which is like 12 decibels lower. So you'll still be loud, but you won't distort, which is nice. But I'll add this Focusrite Vocaster because $40 for that, for an interface with a Focusrite preamp. That's such a win. Yeah, it seems like this just has the XLR input and no instrument line in, and that makes it a bit cheaper. So if you just wanted to power a microphone or whatever and not like record guitar stuff or anything like that, then this is absolutely a banger. All right, give me a sec. I'll add this here. Does the XLR add-on for the Stream Deck have the safety channel? It does indeed. So I have the XLR add-on. on my Stream Deck Plus, and then I have a Shure SM7B, and then I also have, okay, I'll show it. I'll bring them up on screen. Just give me a sec to add these stuff in. I'll stick that on my wish list for future then. Yeah, if you can wait for them to go on sale. It's not like a huge need or anything, but they're really good. Boom, boom, boom. Oops, go back. So I've gone real overboard with my home audio setup. I'll show you guys what I'm rocking there. So I have the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, like we were talking about, but then I have this little guy here. I have the XLR dock. So basically, you remove the back portion of the Stream Deck Plus, plug this guy in, and then it sends the path through USB to here. And then you can, in this XLR port here, this is where you plug the microphone in. Then microphone wise, I have this guy, the Shure SM7B, the stereotypical streamer microphone. It's just because it sounds good in broadcast situations. It rejects a lot of background noise and stuff and like really focuses on your voice. And then plugged into this guy, because these things are notoriously hard to drive. They need a lot of gain from the preamp. So I got myself one of these little guys, SE Electronics DM2. So this guy is something that you plug into the Shure SM7B, into the XLR here, like that. And this just provides an extra little bit of oomph to the signal. Like, it's a preamp booster. And yeah, it just gives you that little bit of extra gain, cleans up your signal. Absolutely love using this thing. How many viewers did you have when you decided to get a mic and audio interface? It's like none. No, I've always been into the audio side of things. I did sound engineering before working here. So my audio gear choices have both been influenced by my previous work in audio, and then also going for stuff like this that was more tailored towards streaming because of stuff like the clip guard. But yeah, I love this microphone so much. 10 out of 10, my favorite. But it's really overpriced for what you get. But there's nothing quite out there that, you know, sounds the same. Then you get the new version of it, the SM7DB. That thing, this one here, basically has one of these built into it. Is there any good 42-inch monitor? You might be better off like seeing if you can get one of the older LG like 42-inch OLED TVs, and use that as a monitor. Because I haven't seen any 42-inch monitors for sale in a hot minute. They kind of went through a phase of those a couple of years ago, and I haven't seen them popping up at all lately. But let's have a look at Best Buy real quick. 42-inch OLED. Let's see if they've got any. Oof. Yeah, the 42-inch TVs aren't as popular anymore, so they've kind of not been going down in price like they should be. Is there a specific reason why you want a 42-inch? Yeah, it is pretty big. Check the KTC OLEDs. All right, KTC I think has their listings on. They have a 42-inch. Some of KTC's listings have like all of, yeah, like this. 27, all 27s, 24, 24. Oopsies. They're pretty expensive. I've seen 75-inch TVs for half that. Yeah, exactly. The 42-inch TVs have been more niche, especially in the last couple of years. I just don't think the panel is as popular, so prices have not come down like we've seen with the other ones. I have a 32-inch monitor. It's plenty big enough. Yeah, I'm a 27-inch monitor person, and like anything bigger than that, I start to dislike it a little bit. Because here's a 42-inch, but I don't like, especially when I'm playing games and stuff, I don't like scanning like that. I've been rocking a 42-inch TV for about 7 years, and I can't really look towards getting another size. It also fits very good in my setup. Yeah, if you built your setup around it, I can definitely see why changing sizes might be a little awkward. I get it, Kronos. Yeah, because these 42-inch TVs, it's rough out there. I'm not seeing any KTC 42 inches. Do you guys maybe have a link if you've seen them? I've been rocking a 49-inch ultra wide. I'm never going back. I don't know if I could do like one of those really crazy ultra wides. 1080p ultra wide. I kind of want to get a 34-inch 1440p, but that bump, I don't know if it's worth the 7 inches. Yeah, and also with the ultra wides, you have to consider you get a lot less vertical height because they'll sell you a 34-inch ultra wide, but that ends up being like the vertical height of a 24-inch because, you know, they measure the size diagonally like that. So yeah, I think a 34-inch ultra wide is like the vertical height of a 24-inch monitor, which I have a 24-inch here at work. Banana. Let's also check Newegg. They've updated any of their Cyber Monday doorbusters. I also think 42-inch would be too much, apart from sim racing. And for that, I just use my TV. Yeah, like, it really does depend on your setup. 42 inches would be too big for me personally. I think I would cap out at like 32-inch. but 27-inch 1440p is sort of my sweet spot that I really like. Do they have any sales on new glasses, or was that resolved? Never. Never, I refuse. You'll have to take me alive. I just like big, like I have, but I want something better. Man, there have been a couple of good monitor deals. I will say. What do you use the buttons on your Stream Deck Plus for? Literally anything I can think of. I have them for setting up scenes, for changing up audio. A lot of them are for like quick actions within my OBS. Here's another OLED. Acer Predator, we're looking 27 inches, 1440p, 280 hertz. 1000 nits brightness. And a delta E value of less than 2. So this is actually a really good thing to look for when you're looking at your monitors. Because a delta E value of less than 2 means your color variation is really small from what the actual color should be, so your color accuracy is like really up there. Good morning, good morning. Are those the same glasses that were broken when you're in the US? No, they're not. They're not. I got these ones as a replacement when I was in the US, and I broke them now too. I just be breaking stuff, man. No one's gonna stop me. I'll do it again. I'll freaking do it again. All right, let's check if Best Buy has updated any of their Cyber Monday stuff. What would you use them for if you weren't a streamer? I don't know. It depends. Like, would I be using... I use them for graphic design stuff. Like, I have like a whole bunch of shortcuts so that when I open up Photoshop on my PC, it changes all my buttons to a different profile that I have them set all for Photoshop stuff. What if we collectively got you glasses for Christmas? I would break them. I'd snap them in front of you. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, here were those other AirPod deals that we were talking about earlier. These are the AirPod 4s without the active noise cancelling. They're a little bit cheaper at $79.99, but the ones with active noise cancelling are an extra $20, which is still a lot cheaper than the like $170 that they usually are. I'll buy you glasses then. They're more expensive here in South Africa, and that's a buns thing. Catelyn says she wants new glasses. She'll accept the offer. How about the Meta glasses? Meta this, Meta that. You ever met a girl before? It's the dumb comeback when people are talking about like meta in a game. Yeah, no such thing. Have you got a PO box for UFTSA? Nah, not yet. What? You can get PO boxes at like Postnet and stuff. Yeah, they have like a thing where you sign up and you rent a PO box from them. Punky says, I'll buy her glasses only if you break them. Deal. Deal. What time is it for you over there? It is 20 minutes past 4. Guys, it's 4:20. Almost. Okay, it's 4:19. You gotta wait a little bit. I'm busy checking out what Newegg got under their new Cyber deal, or Cyber Monday deal listings. Don't you guys want 64 gigs of RAM for $570? Because you better hurry up. The sale ends in 17 hours. Real. Too late. No. Now it's 4:20. Shut up. Look, guys, here's your spinning rust deals that everyone keeps asking for. I saw my RAM kit from 2022 costs over 2K or 2 times now. It's rough out there, hey. I'm terrified of my RAM kit dying. It's a genuine worry. Every one of you out there, I'm holding thumbs that none of your RAM sticks die. There was that OLED mono we checked on just now. Even this, man. $32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've got Corsair Vengeance RGB sitting in this PC here. My RAM kit is 3 times what I paid for it in January. Man. 24 terabyte for 260 is insanely good. Stop buying hard drives. You don't need them. That's cheap. Here in Spain, it's $1,000 for 64 gigs. When the South African prices finally adjust, when they get new stock in, we're probably going to hit similar levels of prices here, because it's already more expensive than American prices, but we still are currently sitting on stock because it's, not everyone has the money to build a PC here. So when that runs out, the American price leapfrogged the South African price, even though we were above. So now when we get new stock in, it's gonna climb again, and I'm terrified. I feel like anything more than a handful of thumbs is probably too many. Don't ask where I got them from. Content about mini PCs, why people spend money on them when they don't have to carry it around. Mini PCs are phenomenal, man. Oh, I don't know, Cam. I have no idea. I am not privy to said information. Yeah, you'll have to ask Brad about that. But he's in a meeting. Oh, some of these prices make me sad. Big sad. If people get used to these prices, watch them never drop. Too real. Too real. Don't speak it out into existence, please. Always need hard drives. Someone who hardly records videos. I need 3 petabytes like Linus Tech Tips. I'm struggling to fill 500 gigs, to be honest. Mini PCs look cool. They look cool. Their price to performance is usually pretty banger. sure, you don't have the upgradability, but also most of them are quite silent too. There's a lot you can get done with the mini PC. Yeah, don't speak that into existence. I have a mini PC as a home server and it's been great. Yeah. I actually gave my Mac Mini I had at home to my younger brother. I gave him my old Mac Mini, the M1, and a 4K Samsung monitor that I wasn't using anymore because he's gotten into like photography and he needed something for photo editing, and he was using this crappy old laptop. I'm like, nah. I had that Mac Mini in my room only to run as an electronic keyboard for when I had my keyboard plugged into it. Like, I'm talking like piano style keyboard. That was the only thing that Mac Mini was doing. So I was like, nah, yeah, let me gift you this. You'll get much more use out of it than I. Is it possible to stream a game on one PC but play the game on a different PC? Yeah, I do that all the time. What you need is a capture card. Oh, I'm talking more about like using Steam over the network. Because if I want to play on my handheld, but I want to play like a more graphically demanding game, I'll turn my main PC on so that it's doing the performance, and then it's just streaming that over to my little handheld, and then I can play games at like higher refresh rates and higher graphics and stuff. But that's only if I want to play with like one of those more fancy games. But yeah, if you're talking about streaming, where you play on one PC and stream on the other, then you need something like a capture card. By the way, my 6000 megahertz CL30 32 gig kit was 120 euros when I bought it. Now that same model is 480. Is multiplied by 4 times since I bought it in July. It's killing me, man. It's killing me. So I can use OBS on my old laptop and play on my PC. Yeah, I mean, the streaming PC does have to have a certain amount of horsepower behind it. You know, you need a little bit of oomph, but... Are there any good capture cards on sale right now? Let's have a look here. Amazon. Elgato capture card. Okay, surely you don't need the... Yeah, I have one of these, the HD60X. It's $120 currently, down from $170. Game Capture Neo. This one's pretty decent. It's a 1080p capture card, but it does have 4K 60 pass-through. So if you're going to a TV or using a console or something. Camlink, these are more for cameras and not so much... they can't do pass-through. So if you wanted to play, you would be playing with a little bit of extra latency, and that's no bueno. This NZXT one, I think this is a 1080p capture card, but you know, that's $60. Usually only $69, so not much of a deal off, but it's still that. Yeah, EVGA did, I don't know if they still make them, but EVGA made some really good capture cards for the price. EVGA capture card. Any good Wi-Fi 7 card for AMD? Oh, I don't know, unfortunately. XR1 Pro from EVGA. This one I've seen go for way lower. This is still quite expensive for it. Aver Media also makes some. Let's check. Yeah, the Aver Media's one is 99. There's their 4K one. These are a little bit overkill. Yeah, this one might not be too bad. The top result is what I have, the XR1 Pro. Ah, weird. This one here. I got it as a Christmas gift. Let's go. To find a little bit of oomph, because I have a 9-year-old ThinkPad with 8 gigs of RAM. Is that enough? I don't know if that would be enough to stream.
Surely it depends what you're doing.
Yeah, they want to use it just, but the
I don't know if I'm playing games and streaming on the same laptop.
no, they want to use it as like plug a capture card into it and then stream from that laptop. But a 9-year-old PC with 8 gigs of RAM maybe might just cut it, but you might have a lot of encoding errors. What upload speed would you recommend for 1080p 60? I think a good rule of thumb is to have your stream, okay, for 1080p 60 stream, if you're streaming to Twitch, you're kind of capping out, if you're not a partner, you're kind of capping out at 6,000.
There's a chart for that somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely charts out there. For YouTube, you can throw out around like 14,000 kilobits per second for 1080p 60. But I think a good rule of thumb for your upload speed is to be at least triple what you're putting out to your streaming platform of choice, because that gives you a little bit of headroom for any kind of fluctuations. Plus, if you were like say browsing or doing anything like that, or anyone else in your household uploads, you know, something to somewhere, it gives you that little bit of headroom. Yeah, so I think the general rule of thumb was at least 3 times what you want your upload speed to be. Seeing the memory section labeled haha just hurts. I'm sorry. But honestly, it's the state of things currently. I do have a spare 4-year-old laptop, but I don't know how many gigs of RAM it has. Probably 8 gigs. Yeah, the problem with the 9-year-old laptop, it's less so to do with the amount of RAM and more so to do with the processor. An old processor with X264 encoding, because I'm assuming it doesn't have a built-in graphics card, or at least a modern one that can do NVENC or something like that. So it would all be CPU encoding, and an older CPU is really going to struggle with X264 CPU encoding. I'm waiting for Nvidia to go full Enron to be able to build a good computer with used parts.
Hooray
for
for
less
the
than
deal
$500.
master.
Fingers crossed, man. Do you think DDR6 will make it before we run out of nodes like A14? I don't know if that would even be possible. I've seen Intel providing support for CKD RAM to achieve higher speeds, like 7200 megahertz. My current RAM kit is a 7200 kit. Here, where is it? I think the only one that had stock of my kit of RAM was Newegg.
It's like nighttime.
It does. Do they have them anymore? Looks like they might only have the 64 gig kits. Yeah, I guess it's out of stock now. I have a 32 gig kit of these running at 7200, but I have downclocked it because I'm on AMD, but getting oh my god, look at the price. I'm on AMD, so I couldn't use the XMP profile because I wanted
You
it to
just
run
subbed?
in one-to-one mode.
I love you too.
So I clocked them down. Have them
Happy
running
December,
at
everyone.
6400. Hey Ash and Gonomy Leggies, thank you for the subs. Much appreciate. This price. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. I literally paid like a little bit extra to get myself Dominator Titaniums because I really like the look. And in South Africa, I could get the lighting kits, so I could fill out my RAM slots. Ouch. Rip anyone trying to do the same currently. That's rough, man. I feel sorry for you guys. I feel sorry for anyone building a PC right now. The 9-year-old laptop is the best $30 I've ever spent. $30? Did you get it like secondhand from someone? What a deal, right? Yeah. Oof. I have to go pick up a delivery. I have to go pick up a delivery after work today. Delivery. Do you guys? Okay. I don't know if you guys use locker deliveries in America. We use them quite a bit here in South Africa because if most properties here in South Africa, I would say, have like fences and stuff, so people can't just come up to your front door and leave your delivery there. And if they just leave it outside of your gate, it's gonna get snatched for real. So if you're not gonna be home, you can have it shipped to a locker here. And then you go and you bring a QR code and you just scan it and it like opens the right locker. Where's the certified banger list from the Black Friday stream for today? Here, I'll do this for you quick. But if you type !deals, a message will pop up that has a link to the doc. There you go. Some places in the US have them. They're becoming very popular here. You get them at like all the gas stations and stuff like that here. They're quite popular. I see a few places that have them in the UK now. See them, but never used. My brother ordered something from Amazon, but he is currently in Port Elizabeth for the week because he's attending some math conference because he's a nerd. No, I'm proud of him. My little brother is a published scientist, and I'm happy about that. But he's also a big nerd. He's a real physicist, yeah.
Specify a locker, like, because when you type in your address, I think guess take one is pickup points.
Yeah. Take a lot does pick like their own pickup points.
Yeah. But I don't know if you could do it on Amazon.
Amazon goes to like Pogo pickup points.
I've done Fargo pickup points.
Yeah.
But that, like, my closest Fargo was at Clicks. So I went to Clicks and then, like, there was a lady. There was just a cage with packages in, and then the lady had to get her book out. And
Oh no.
okay, change the package, and then I got my Fargo package.
No, the one I'm going to now after work is just at a locker at a gas station, and I just bring the QR code and go like beep, and then it opens the right one.
I had to talk to the manager at Clicks.
Oh snap! I have picked up at a Clicks before, and it was kind of awkward.
It was real awkward.
Yeah, because back in my hometown, they only had one in the town and was at the Clicks.
Yeah,
So I think like Clicks is like got a partnership with them.
they do.
Yeah. Any good 3D printers on sale? There was a really good one, but sadly it's now out of stock. So I had to remove that from the list. Yeah, I don't see RAM prices going down anytime soon. If I'm really honest, it's gonna be a while. So, I think hiccups. For a lot of you, depending on your local area, your best bet might be buying a computer off of like Facebook Marketplace and stealing the RAM from it. I'm not even kidding. I saw a lot of people trying to buy up pre-builts from companies because the RAM prices were still okay. But now some of the more popular pre-built companies that ship PCs a lot faster have run out of stock. And they're saying their RAM suppliers are now charging them 500% more for the RAM. So pre-builts are no longer the savior I thought they were going to be. I've seen some decently priced RAM on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I think you might find, but it's always a risk, especially now people trying to take advantage of others looking for RAM deals. There's absolutely going to be scams on that. Take it all with a grain of salt. Be skeptical of every single deal that you find on there. Always meet up public places. Don't trust people on Facebook Marketplace is what I'm saying. Because anyone who uses Facebook is weird in the first place. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Alright, we're gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes. YouTube, we will be saying goodbye to you, but the stream will carry on over on Twitch. The American team is going to be taking over the stream in a little bit. You guys can say hi to them. Go bug them, call them names. I give you permission to call them names. I've read that property crime is bad in South Africa. It's honestly probably not as bad as you might think. I've been in places in America where I felt less safe than South Africa, to be fair. It's very area dependent. I have a fake account just for fake Facebook Marketplace. His name is Bob George. Everyone go block Bob George. The Americans are invading. They will be in a bit. Yeah, South Africa, just like any place in the world, is very area dependent. If you're in a sketchy area, don't walk around there. It's basically comes down to common sense prevention for a lot of things. Thanks for the headset recommendation. You're welcome. You're welcome. I really hope it fits your ears. It is storming like a frick outside. I have my headphones half on, and the half that isn't on is just hearing the storm get louder and louder. Oh. Guys, I don't want to drive home in the rain. Everyone drives all stupid and gross. Ooh. Are you worried about getting broken into in the South African office? No, not at all. Not even in the slightest. Liar, it's clear sky. You're the liar, Diotis. No, I have zero worries about stuff getting taken at the office. That's why I leave my camera, I leave my headphones. We've got a computer here. I leave my controllers. I leave a lot of my own personal stuff here at the office. Just because I'm not worried about it getting stolen at all. But it would be a pain in the butt to drag back and forth from home every day. The only thing that I bring back and forth from the office is my laptop, because I use that like every night. Is Diotis an employee of UFD? No. That's nuts. Brett works there too. See, Brett's he's lived in South Africa collectively enough that he's gotten all the stealing out of his system. What laptop do you have? MacBook Air, 13-inch, the M4 one, just the base model. I bring that back and forth to work every day. Ugh. Ouch. Ooh. Yeah, that was my shoulder that popped. I'm getting old, guys. My everything's clicking. Ugh. So I can call him Totus with facing many repercussions. I mean, he can still kill you. I have an Asus ZenBook. I love it. I do like the ZenBooks. I do like the ZenBooks quite a bit, especially their OLED models. But yeah, like I have this PC here with pretty beefy specs. I don't worry about it at all. All right, YouTube, we're gonna say goodbye to you guys now. But again, if you wanna still come hang out with us, you can go over to the Twitch. Just search for UFT Tech over on Twitch, and you guys will find us there. Because we have a 24/7 stream that goes there. We have giveaways that are currently going. So if you guys hang out in chat and all that stuff, you accumulate points towards a giveaway. We do it once a month. You guys are welcome. Would be nice to have you over there. I can't word today. All right. Goodbye, YouTube. Have a good day. Enjoy.